Checkpoint number 5. Make sure that the door is in the closed position. If the door has an opener, pull the manual release to disconnect the door from the opener. Without straining yourself, manually lift the door by grasping the door in a safe place where your fingers cannot be pinched or injured. If the door has handles, use the handles to lift the door. This particular door has pinch-protected sections and no handles. Consequently, we carefully lift it at a safe point by a hinge and at a safe point between the pinch-protected sections. If the door is hard to lift, then it is clearly out of balance. This can be an unsafe condition and maintenance is required. If you can lift the door, raise it to the fully open position, then close the door. The door should move freely, not open or close more quickly than the force applied, and it should open and close without difficulty. If the door is difficult to open or close, the door should be inspected by a trained door systems technician before proceeding with this inspection. As the door operates, make sure that the rollers stay in the track throughout the opening and closing of the door. If any rollers fall out of the track, the door system should be repaired by a trained door systems technician before you proceed with the inspection. After conducting this check, reconnect the door to the opener if present. This is generally done by activating the opener until it reconnects itself to the door. Checkpoint 6. The counterbalance system is usually comprised of torsion springs mounted above the door header or extension springs, which are usually found next to the horizontal track. When springs break, containment helps to prevent broken parts from flying dangerously in the garage. Torsion springs are already mounted on a shaft, which inherently provides containment. If the door has extension springs, verify that spring containment is present. Extension springs should be contained by a secure cable that runs through the center of the springs. If no containment method exists, a trained door systems technician should inspect the door and add an appropriate means of containment. Number 7 is for a door with an opener. Locate the wall station push button and measure the vertical distance between the button and the adjacent standing surface. The button should be at least 5 feet above the standing surface and high enough to be out of the reach of small children. If the button is too low, a trained door systems technician can relocate the button. Now press the push button to see if it successfully operates the door. The garage door must have at least one working wall-mounted push button. All push buttons must be mounted in clear view of the door and safely away from all moving parts. If it does not, a trained door systems technician can solve this problem. Checkpoint number 8 is for doors with openers. Check to see if photoelectric eyes are present. They will typically be found near the floor, mounted to the left and right sides of the bottom door panel. Federal law states that residential garage door openers manufactured after 1992 must be equipped with photoelectric eyes or some other additional safety reverse feature that meets UL 325 standards. If a garage door system does not have photo eyes, a trained door systems technician can determine if that system meets federal requirements. If photoelectric eyes are present, measure the vertical distance between the photo eyes and the floor. If the photo eyes are higher than 6 inches above the floor, they should be relocated to a position that is no higher than 6 inches above the floor. If needed, a trained door systems technician can relocate the eyes. This test applies to door systems that are equipped with openers and photoelectric eyes. Standing inside the garage but safely away from the path of the door, use the remote control or wall button to close the door. As the door is closing, wave an object in the path of the photoelectric eye beam. The door should immediately reverse and return to the fully open position. If it does not, a trained door systems technician can diagnose the problem and provide a solution. And finally, checkpoint number 10. Besides the entrapment protection provided by devices like photoelectric eyes, garage doors with openers must be able to reverse after hitting an obstruction. This check is conducted with the door fully open. UL 325 requires this 2x4 test, But in some rare cases, this test has damaged the door system when the opener's force setting has been improperly set, or when the opener reinforcement bracket is not securely or appropriately attached to the top section. If you have any concerns that this test may cause damage, a trained door systems technician should check the entire system and conduct the test. Under the center of the door, place a 2x4 piece of wood flat on the floor, in the path of the door. Standing inside the garage but safely away from the path of the door, use the remote control or wall button to close the door. When the door contacts the wood, the door should automatically reverse direction and return to the fully open position. If the door does not reverse direction after contacting the wood, a person could be severely injured or killed when trapped under this door. If the door fails this test, a trained door systems technician should be contacted to bring this door system into compliance with UL 325. And that's it. These 10 steps should take less than 5 minutes. The International Door Association and the Door and Access Systems Manufacturers Association are proud to have developed this checklist for home inspectors throughout the nation. If you have any questions about this checklist or about a specific door system, we encourage you to contact a local trained door systems technician. To find a garage door dealer in your area, please visit the International Door Association's website at www.doors.org.